Welcome back to Half Past Horror. I am the Lantern Keeper. Within this lantern dwell the souls of those whose stories were never meant to be told. Tonight, I shall share one with you. But be warned, some stories refuse to stay buried. Welcome back to...
sliding doors of St. Catherine Memorial hadn't opened for 20 years, yet as I stepped onto the pressure mat, they shrieked and parted. The air inside was heavy, smelling of sterile rot and stale iron. I was only here to capture footage for my channel, but my flashlight beam struggled to cut through the oppressive dark. I walked down the main corridor, my boots crunching on shattered glass and discarded patient charts. Every shadow seemed to stretch toward me, elongated and hungry. Then I heard it. It was the rhythmic sound of a ventilator. I froze, my heart skipped a beat. I followed the sound to room 304. The door was slightly ajar. Pushing it open, I expected to find a collapsed ceiling or perhaps a squatter. Instead, the room was pristine. The bed was made with military precision, and the vintage ventilator in the corner was pulsing steadily, the bellows expanding and contracting with a rhythmic wet wheeze. There was no one in the bed, but the pillow was indented, as if a heavy head had just lifted from it. I spun around to leave, but the door slammed shut. I lunged for the handle, shaking it violently, but it was locked from the outside. That's when the intercom speaker above the door crackled to life. It didn't broadcast a voice. It broadcast my own voice, perfectly replicated, sobbing in terror. "Please, let me out," my own voice whimpered from the speaker. I backed into the center of the room, my heart hammering against my ribs. I looked toward the bed again. The indentation on the pillow was deepening, as if someone or something invisible were sitting down. Slowly, the mattress began to depress at the foot, then the middle, then the head. A weight, heavy and cold, pushed down on the center of the bed. A raspy, wet breath echoed in the small room, coming from the empty space right in front of my face. The ventilator stopped. The silence that followed was far worse. "Time for your medication," a voice whispered, not from the speaker, but directly into my ear. I felt a cold, stiff hand wrap around my throat, and the lights flickered out for good.